Hello, welcome to 600 Seconds with Sam. I'm here today with Teresa Heath-Wareing and she's getting her message across today with me. So welcome, Teresa.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm going to ask you about 3 questions today and I'd love to know what your answers will be. And I'll fire off with first question. How did you get to here?
Okay, I guess in answering this, the first thing I should say is I never expected to be here. My entire life I've always worked for other people. I've always been a very good employee. I liked being employed. I worked for some great companies. I used to be head of corporate marketing for Land Rover. I've worked for local marketing agencies and I was very happy. Never wanted my own business, never thought I'd take the risk. And my life changed. I had been married and with a guy for 12 years and we split up and that was all fine. And then suddenly I decided, literally overnight, must have had some kind of midlife crisis, that I was going to leave my current job and I'd probably have another job, but I wasn't entirely sure. And maybe I might start my own business. And I handed my notice in. I thought I had 8 weeks notice to give. And I thought, I've got 8 weeks to think about what I'm going to do. And within about 2-3 weeks, they then said that that's okay, you can finish now. And I was like, okay, right, what am I going to do now? So I started my business and I set it up within a week. And I had a month and a half worth of salary to start me off. Wow. And I had the responsibility of myself and my daughter and my house and my car, and I was on my own. I didn't have anybody to fall back on. I had no extra salary that I could use to help me get going, and I think that was the only thing that got me to do what I did and got me where I am now, because that pressure and that fear of you've got to earn money or you haven't got a life or a home or a car and I can't feed my 7-year-old, it was just, too much really. So yeah, so I just started out of a whim and I'm not quite sure why I did, but it's the best thing I've ever done. And I say, and I joke, I'm unemployable now because I'm not sure I could ever go and work for someone else. And I love having my own business and I love working with people I want to do, doing what I want to do, and training and teaching myself how to be really good at what I do. I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great answer. Really good, really good.
Slightly crazy.
No, not at all, not at all. Okay, and I'd also like to ask you that if you could go back in time, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and ask an earlier version of yourself a question or give some advice, how old would you be and what sort of thing would you say?
Gosh, this is a really tough question. Oh, wow. I think I would have probably gone back to myself at about 16, because at 16 I went to sixth form and then I left and I worked at McDonald's and then I left and I went to college and then I left. And it took me a long while to get to where I was. And it's not that I think that was a mistake. It all came out good and this is great now. However, if I could have done it a bit quicker and with a lot less messing around, then I'd probably go back and say, how about look at this? And try and point myself in a bit more of a direction and say, crack on with it. Rather than doing all these other bits and then eventually getting there and going, oh, okay. So I think it would have been much easier when I was younger to do because I went to university late, so I didn't go to university until I think as all my friends were leaving, I was then heading over to university. So, it just would have been nice to have got it in a bit earlier, really, I think.
That's fair enough. Yeah, okay then. And so, tell me, Teresa, what's coming up next for you?
Oh, it seems like it's non-stop at the moment, which is brilliant. I love that. And I think at the moment my business has evolved since I started and I never expected it to. I thought I knew exactly what I was going to do and what I was offering and it has. It's completely changed and I've realised there are things I really like doing and things that I don't like doing so much. So some of the things I'm going to be doing are a lot more things to do with me and my business, which previously I've done a lot of client stuff. I still do the client stuff. I love doing that because it keeps me current and active and it keeps my brain going. But I've done loads of, I've invested lots of time into training and learning and teaching of people. Lots of trips to America, lots of trips coming up, which is very exciting. So what I'm going to be doing more of is I'm going to be doing more podcasts. I'm going to be doing more live video. I'm going to be blogging more. I'm going to be doing an online course. I'm doing lots more training with people. So I have some courses coming up in January and February, a Facebook, a LinkedIn and a Twitter course, which is held locally, and it's going to be a half-day intensive training. And I want to do more of sort of helping people and getting that out there really, and hopefully do more speaking. I love speaking, and I love standing in a room and telling people about marketing and telling people about social media. And I'm currently doing a certification in conversion marketing, which is fascinating. And if you sell a product online or you have an online business, then you really need to know about conversion marketing. And people say that when I talk about it, my eyes light up, because it's just amazing what we can do now. It's absolutely fantastic. So lots of exciting things, and hopefully all in the right direction.
Wow, I tell you, I'm inspired already. And I remember you saying once that you really enjoyed teaching people to empower them so they could go on to do their own thing.
Absolutely.
Rather than just kind of doing it for them.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I still, as part of some of the services I offer, I manage people's social media for them and I manage their advertising for them. However, very strangely, I would guess, as a social media expert, I would say it's better I don't do it, although obviously that's what I do for a job, because it's always better done in-house. And also, I like to work with lots of businesses that perhaps don't have these massive budgets where they can employ someone like me to work for them part-time and do these various things. So I would much rather sit down one-to-one with someone, find out about their business, work out what it is that they really need to get from it, and give them the skills, the tools, tell them all my secrets, tell them, what tools I use to do certain things, how I can manage multiple social medias, not just for myself, but for clients as well, without being on there hours and hours and hours a day. Because you don't have to be, you just have to be a bit smart and understand how to do it. And that's what I like to teach them.
I like it. Yeah, smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really like that. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, Teresa. That's Teresa Heath-Wareing. And what's your business called again?
THW Marketing.
There you go, THW Marketing. So is that thwmarketing.com by any chance?
Yes, it's .co.uk, but yes.
I
believe .com goes to it as well. I can't remember.
Brilliant. So, yes, find Teresa online. Thank you. And that's 600 Seconds with Sam, helping you to get your message across.